And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing FortressCraft Evolved, working on our toxic factory here. Not quite down toxic yet, but we are getting there. In this episode, we are going to work on automating iron. We need to automate it, get it more in a final state. So we're going to tear the iron system down for now. And we're going to rebuild it even better going forward. So first of all, we're going to take all that stuff down, and we're going to take the old school conveyor system, which we used many moons ago to move ore. Okay, so all of this is empty and we are good to go. So essentially, I took out the ore extractor and everything in anticipation of this, and smelted all the ore, so I wouldn't have a ton of iron ore in my inventory. I did go down and grab some nickel, titanium, and gold, so we are smelting that as we speak. So there's the drill. And I have some fancy new tricky storage hoppers to use with this system. And this is all good. And the other thing I want to do is we're going to go down one more. These are already exhausted here. So we have the cargo lift will sink into the floor by one. And that might help us out in some way, shape, or form. I don't know why I just did that. I was thinking I could put another hopper under there, but I can't, so I won't. And I've already dug out the system, so we're all good with that. And we're getting attacked again, which is just wonderful. All right, let's go up here. Make sure I need to get some titanium smelted, so I want to make sure these smelters are fully realized. So yeah, we got a little bit of ore going in here. All right, all my titanium is in. Let's toss in some nickel too. Why not? I want to make sure we are even numbered though. Okay, so we need a cargo lift. Let's build that up. We need we need 9 of these. Crafting. Okay, we already have the racks. We already have all of that. We're probably going to need a couple more pyros. So I'm going to build a couple more of those. And here's kind of how you want to set these up. You want to go 1, 2, 3, 4 up. And then the cargo lifts themselves, you can put 1, 2, 3 like that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There's your cargo lift right there. Now to power this, usually I use solar, but we're underground right now, and we are subterranean, so we can't really use solar of any kind. So to power this beast, we're gonna rely a little on coal for a while. So I'm gonna bring coal up here and see what we can handle with that. So we're gonna have a logistics hopper right smack in the middle, and 4 pyros around, and then we need to stick coal right in the top. So right in there we need coal. And so let's go out that way and a little bit more. Okay, and so this will go up and then in like that. We'll come in and down, and then to power the drill down there, we're gonna put a battery. Right on that pyrothermic generator. So hopefully that thing will generate enough power to run that pyro, and then we're gonna push that down. We're gonna break that one, and We have to drop all the way down here. Just because that thing is going to drop all the way down here. Oh, stop with the random commands. Alright, so unfortunately we gotta rotate this thing in order to get it to beam again. It's kind of weird that way sometimes. Make sure this hits and connects. If not, we would have needed another laser in there somewhere. So that pyro should charge that battery up, at least after we get the initial work done here, because it's got to charge it. It's got to charge up the cargo lift itself, and it's got a little bit of work to do. So we're gonna link that up, connect that. We need more coal in this setup for our iron. So iron is going to come up here and it's going to unload in this hopper right here. I actually want 3 of those. We're going to unload a lot of ore, plus the initial version of the cargo lift can hold 600, and that's exactly 600 right there. So we don't need any of these ugly things in our way. Oh yeah, I need to hook it up in its final form. And that's why I wanted a little bit of height on this room, because I knew we were kind of gonna have to go around and work on our extensions here. So to get the rack rails in place, just put some hoppers right on the cargo lift controller itself. Wait for it to be charged up. Wait for a little bit of excess charge, especially because you know, I want a little pyro energy going into this battery to feed that thing down there. We need this to you know, have enough power, and then the battery itself is going to have a matter mover on it eventually, and that's going to beam down into a hopper down there with the plasma heads. So that'll really speed up the process. All right, the next step is to put more nickel into your smelting. So let's go. Ooh, what? Ooh, we are full over here. Wow, that's a first. I don't think I've filled this up in a while. I don't think I've actually ever filled this thing up. And I somehow have 2 iron on me, so let's drop those away. I have 3 titanium on me. I'm not sure how that happened. Just dropping all the ores here. Okay, we're doing pretty good. You know, now that I see it, nickel and infused coal look very much alike. Infused coal looks like it's just a darker version of it. It's kind of weird. All right, so all 3 of these are probably smelting a different kind of ore, which is fine. Okay, so let's move on. Now these are all charged up. We need to feed it some rack rails. So find and create a bunch of rack rails, and then just feed this thing rack rails. And while it has power, it will start building those things going down. And keep in mind, you need 2 rack rails for every block you go down. And so basically doubled them up. If you use my Rebalanced Recipe mod, this thing actually makes 2 for every 2 bars. Normally it's like 4 bars to make 1. So normally the rack rail system is so uber expensive. It's insane. So I tone that down a little bit to eliminate a lot of that grind. Alright, so this says it's blocked, which usually means it's blocked. So it hits the bottom. Always sort of check if you haven't already completely checked your entire mine shaft. and it says it's blocked at a height that you don't think it should be blocked at, that means it hit something. It will even, I think it will even be blocked from the torches. So beware of putting torches down there too. All right, so the next thing we're going to want is another induction charger. Batteries, induction charger. We need some more power boosters. Well, I think I actually crafted some of these. There they are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, it's almost like I planned ahead. It's pretty crazy, I know, but this one we're gonna sink down again into the ground. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we got some bugs dropping in on us here. So yeah, we're gonna need to kind of pay attention to that. Might want to go up and grab some more bug parts. Where's my induction charger? There it is. Okay, so we need some coal up in here. First, I need 1, 2, 3 of these. And how many more? See, I have 5 left. I don't think that's going to be enough. And the smelters are going to go on the side. We're going to have these here. I need 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5 more smelters. Let's grab whatever I can. So smelt or smelter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost all my tin is gone. Ooh, that hurts. That hurts. And let's see. I need a couple more huge storage hoppers. I've been using quite a few of them here, so. And then one here, 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 and here. So this is 7 smelters on one system. And we want to make sure this is a remove only, otherwise bad things start happening. Okay, and these are going to have an underneath access point as well. May not need that, but I'm going to use it anyway. And the other thing is, of course, let's go grab some tin, because I know we're going to need a bunch of it, because we need some tubes. Our first tubes of the game. Transport pipes. So I'm going to craft a few of these, and I'm going to make sure they have a prominent place on my hotbar here. So we're going to put them right there. And let's make sure, you know, we're still smelting good stuff here. There we go. All smelting now taken care of, and we should have a little bit more. We got a ton of nickel now. Running low on gold again as well. But this is our smelting setup, and we need some pipes. So I'm going to put some pipes in between. And then the output for these is going to go right on the outside, just like this. Very much the same as my last series. So all of these, you don't really need to set them to add only. You don't have to. Because those ones inside are already remove only. So it won't add anything to those. But, you know, I just like to be consistent. And, you know, be a good fortress crafter. Okay, so that goes up and in. We want one to come out like that. And this one, these tricky hoppers are so gloriously awesome. They will output as fast as you can, you know, as fast as a pipe will carry it. So we want, so there's one going in there. We need one going in each one of these. So let's plan for that. I want one going in right here. So let's take, I'm going to take this one out and then up, in, over, up, over, and across. It's like that. Same dealio with this one. Over, over, up, up, in, up, over, over. I hope I have enough tubes. I think I do. I need a couple there. There we go. There is the setup, and you can even walk through here. Good to go. Ready for action. The only thing we need now is power on the smelters themselves. So we need a little bit of power on here, and we actually need quite a lot of power. I think, what is blinking? Weird. Something was blinking. We need a couple more pyros, so I'm going to craft a couple of those. I think 2 is going to be fine. I think 2 is going to be fine. We shall see. We shall see if 2 is fine. So we're going to put one in there, put one over there, super build that, and build that out. And these should charge up. Now we need the lift itself, the actual entity, and we need 4 servo motors, which shouldn't be too bad. And so here we go. Where is the lift? I've already got a bunch more iron plate that I crafted earlier. So these are already working, and they should be charging. Oh yeah, they charge these fast. There we go. Look at that. Serious amount of power. And then you just drag the lift right in here, and it starts working for you. The more upgraded the lift you put in, the more power it's going to use as it travels. So this first version doesn't use too much power, but then then it starts using quite a bit. So you got to be careful for that. And these should be, I mean, they're now getting a kind of a surplus, which is fine. That's what we want, because when this ore hits, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit hard, and that power is gonna drain rather quick. So you can see it's got 512. It's pulling 16 at a time. One thing we could do, build one more of these. Just one more of these. Huge storage hoppers. They're so expensive. Okay, one more. And what we could do is we could put it right there. And now how do we get stuff over there? Well, we just use a tube. We use a tube to get it over there. That's how we do that. So now there's going to be exactly 600. Granted, this thing is not fast enough. This is where we need like plasma heads and stuff, because this thing is even close to fast enough to fill this thing up if it's constantly coming down here. Oh, come on. There we go. So this emptied out. As you can see, the power drains pretty fast. These things drained out of power rather quickly as well. But now we are smelting an obscene amount of iron right now. So the main plan is to then combine these into a huge, like a 2,000 slot hopper, and really expand this system. And the final design for this is to have 3 of these. So one there, one right here, and then one over here. We'll have 3 setups like this, and then all the bars that they produce is going to go into another cargo lift that's going to go straight down into the toxic factory, and that will be the iron supply. So now that I've done one cargo lift for an ore, I am not going to cover the cargo lifts for the rest of the ores. It's this exact process repeated over and over and over again. And the laser system is exactly the same. It's just you need more lasers to drop down that far. But yeah, the system is identical. So I'm not gonna spend 20 episodes covering just all of the ores. I think if you want that content, I do have quite a few examples in all of my other series. So just take a peek at some of my other FortressCraft series in the last 10 months, and you'll see the exact same setup. It works really well, and everything is golden. But that'll have to do it for this episode, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.